Welcome back to this tutorial, and of course this is where technology meets our problems. Today I just want to focus on something a little on how to be as a student, probably in your journey at one point in time you will be required to make documents. These are documents that would be published at the end of the day, so you need to know how to make a table of contents automatically so that you don't have to do it manually. So how then do we do that in Microsoft Office? I'm using Office 2019. So here right away I want to demonstrate how that is done. So I'm taking this as my header, and I need to insert the table of contents somewhere, and that would be somewhere like here. So how do I then do that? If you see around, and of course from my home menu, you can see here I have quite a number of features here, but I'm interested with these elements here. I need to be able to define how my chapters, my sub-chapters, how would they appear in my document, and this is what you need to do. So like here, this is chapter 1. Chapter 1 would take which kind of heading? You would actually use this one so much. The headings, heading 1, heading 2, there are quite a number of these headings. You will go up to heading number 3, I think number 4, yes. So how do you probably, let's check. And when I say check, let's change how when we change this one to be heading 1, we want to see something happen. So we can come here and then right click, and then we just say modify, and we change the color to automatic, and we also want to change the display. We want to give it just Times New Roman 16 for the header 1. Everything will remain as it is. So we'll say here okay. Then now we would come here, of course, and click on heading 1 like that. So that would be your heading 1, and you can see just here you have this is a tracker that shows. So here this is a section heading or a subheading. Like this one now will be below it. So this one now needs to come to heading 2. But we also need to come here and modify our heading 2, and probably we also change the color to automatic, and we give it New Times Romans, but this time around I'll smaller font of 13, just that way, as you can see. So when I click on header 2 here, you can actually see that now I have a header 3. Header 2 would come this way, so I would still need to write here as 1.1. Then I have this one. As you can see, the number of indentations here refer to the level of my subtitle. In this case, it will be actually going 3. So I need a subtitle within that. Will be, this is header 1, this was header 2. I now need a header 3, but back here I'll go back to header 2. So I'll do this, come back here, and let me also modify this for the sake. I would want to have some color. Let me change this color maybe to this one. Yeah, yes, and we change this one to Times New Romans. So anytime we have a header 3, and we now need to click on it so that it is highlighted, you can see this one changes, and this one was 1.1.1 like that. So this one has changed to this color because anytime I call this, it's now universal, it's global. Yeah, you can have some other elements appearing below it, and going further as sub of another sub, and you need just to utilize these subheadings here. This is 3, this is 3, so I also gonna come back here. All right, I just need to mention that this is 1.1.2 like that. This one will be this is only 2, so this is header 2. is header 2, and I need to say that 1.2, and this is another one, header 2, which will be 1.3, for example. So quickly, that is how you're gonna do that. And I change this one again to header 1 because it is the leading one for every chapter. So you need to be able to do that as a student. Probably open a document, or you already have a document, just to do the settings as I've shown you, and I assure you that you'll be able to generate your own table of contents without having to type it manually. So this one, if you try, what is the level of this? As you can see, this is at a level of 2, meaning it is a subheading. Okay, it is a subheading of the title. Therefore, here we're gonna pick header 2. This one we're gonna pick header 2 again. So, and that is how it is going to appear. But you see, if I came back here and probably let me just modify, and I want to say that the document will be the header 2 would be bold. It's going to change automatically because it is we are managing it from one point, but the changes are global, meaning every other item that has a header 2 or level 2 of heading would actually be modified automatically by the system. We can also modify this for header 1 so that I don't have to come here and maybe do this. I can do this, but this one will only affect this. That becomes local. But then to make it better, I would just come here and then would say modify and change this one to bold. Okay, and I apply the style. Let me just add something. Probably we can have maybe we can have empirical. Let me just say this one would be 2.1. It's gonna be 2.2.1, and maybe I'm saying regional, maybe international view. I'm going to have another one, 2.21 to this time around, maybe national view. So I can proceed as many levels that I want, but for this is level 3. Yes, so I would come here, give it header 3, and even this one give it header 3. So if this is my document and I want to spread this my document so that I have more than one page probably. So let's say maybe for our chapter 2, we're going to have our chapter 2 in the next page, and even this one here, we are going to have it in the next page. So there we are, we have around 2-3 pages. We have around 3 pages. So if you come and of course you need to know how to add page numbers, and that is very simple. You come here, you can actually locate headers and footers. You want to have page numbers, so I can have here maybe it's gonna be bottom of the page. I'm going to have maybe page 1, 2, 3, but still I can be able to change and say maybe for my first page will be different, so it is not going to have anything on it, though of course it is regarded as a page, but it is not going to have a page number. It's going to be different. So here we are going to have our table of contents. And how do we do that? Quickly, just come to insert, and you can see there is can you be able to see it? Yeah, you have to look through the table of contents. Can you be able to find it? I also want you to tell me whether you are able to spot it. I've missed it somewhere. Okay, so you come to this point, the referencing side. That is where you would actually be able to do your things. Remember, you're also required to know how to do referencing, probably APA, we have APA 7, Chicago, we have quite a number. Let me just show you the references. There's Harvard Angalia, there is MLA 7th edition, and quite a number. Chicago is here. So depending with the the organization that you are working for, or the paper that you are intending to publish, with which organization, for that sake. So that at the end of the day, if you are dealing with an organization that want their documents to be in Harvard and Angalia, you need to know how to reference using that. But of course, there are quite a number of we call them the AI tools that people can utilize to ensure you have your word, you have your reference in the style you wish to have. But I was not talking about that. I'm talking about making table of contents. So here you click here, and when you are there, you can now choose which type of headings you want. Is it automatic table 1, automatic table 2? And what's the difference between automatic table 1 and automatic table 2? Probably it comes out in terms of you see, this one here is written table of contents, this one is just written contents. So I would rather we pick this one here. And there is a manual one that you also do it on your own. Automatic will be better. So when you click on that, you can actually see that already I have a document, and the document here has a table of contents. All right? Yes. Now what happens in case I add some other content? Let's say down here we end up having another document. Maybe let's say chapter 4, chapter 3, and we just say that this will be methodology. And then I'll have maybe research design. So if I do this, I need to give this as header 1. So I go back home here and I click on this. But you see, even though it is chapter 1, it is not the uppercasing is not part of it. So I can actually try to look for it and see whether I can be able to change and modify it. I can actually say format, and I want to format it to fit where the font size, small caps, I can say all caps if I want. So when I do that and I click this one as header 1, you'd actually realize that every header has been changed to be that, because that is what happens with global changes. So this will be a header 2, and this will be another header 2. So you go back to your table of contents. This is just for demonstration, but you can also include maybe the numbering. Let's do some numbering here. We're gonna just say this is 3.1, and this will be 3.2, and you click on here. And when you go back here, yes, just come here and then you say update my table, and then update the entire table, and you'd see it's already updated here. And that is how you make it, as simple as that. So I wish you all the best as you proceed with your research on various aspects. Thank you for coming here, and in case you have any question, just leave it down there at the comment section and we'll be able to reply to you. Thank you. Have a good time.